This volume profile indicator strategy gave me an equity curve that looks like this when I backtested it over the last 6 months. Before I backtested it for 6 months, it survived prop firm rules when I backtested it to see if it can pass a prop firm challenge, gaining 6% in just 16 trades with a 75% win rate, while also easily satisfying the consistency rule of the FXFI Futures Prop Firm Challenge. You'll be able to download the trade log for the prop firm challenge and the 6-month backtest in the description as always. You can get up to 40% off FXFI Forex and futures plans using code EddyPips. Let's head over to view the analytics on EdgeFinder, which will soon be live. The Pro tier will cost only $7 a month to start, and it's worth it. Let's start with the basics. I tested MES, New York time zone on the 1-minute chart, risking 7 MES contracts, which was about 0.5%. And I tested from January 2nd to May 22nd, which was the last available date able to be tested on FX Replay. All right, so you've seen the equity curve now. The net profit was $8,400, which was just above 16%, and this is just risking a 0.5% per trade. So if you were risking 1%, this would be 33.6. It had a 60% win rate, a 1.96 profit factor, which is amazing. A max drawdown of $1,050, meaning that at any point in time, peak to trough, 1,050 was the most that was lost. And that it equals out to 2.1%. You can see here that we had 82 total trades. There were 141 days traded, and you can see the max consecutive wins in a row was 5. Most losses in a row was 4. This was using a 1.3 risk to reward ratio, and you can see the average net win and the average net loss. Moving over here to the detailed analysis page, you can take a look at the performance calendar. I'll go ahead slowly through these so that you can take a look at how it performed each month. All right, and looking at the daily breakdown, it looks like everything was evenly distributed across each day, the worst performing day being Tuesday. If I'm not mistaken, I think the last 2 strategies that we had also performed poorly on Tuesday, but this didn't perform poorly. Either this was just the least amount gained from any of the days. You can see 13 total trades, 54% win rate, and it just had the least amount of money made. You can see here their performance by month. In January, which is a very tough month to trade for some traders, we gained 7.2%. February, we gained 1.6%. March, we gained 1.9%. April, 4.1%. And May, so far, it only let me test until May 22nd, which I'm not sure why, but in May so far, we are up 1.1%. Coming down here to the performance buy side, you can see that there were 46 buys, 36 wins, and the win percentage for buys were 67% compared to 50% for sells. Coming over here to the trade log, we'll go over a few examples here, and if you want the exact rules that I followed, you can actually check out my video that I posted while I live traded the strategy and talk about how to enter. If you want a detailed deep dive analysis, go ahead and comment volume profile indicator in the comments, and I'll go ahead and post one. So let's look here at 1.8. These are in no particular order in how I'm viewing them, but you can see here we had our 9 a.m. to 9:59. We used the volume profile indicator to mark this out. It gave us our value area high and value area low here. I drew a box 4 points above the value area high, and I waited for price to displace outside of that area. Now, why did I not use this fair value gap here instead of this one here? Number one, it's about when the fair value gap was created. This fair value gap was created before that displacement happened, which is what is important. Here, you can also see that this was after the displacement, along with which fair value gap aligns closer to the value area high. And you can see that this one here, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 3 or 4 points away from here compared to the 7 points away from this fair value gap. So this fair value gap was created before that displacement happened, and it is closer to the value area high. Let's go ahead and take a look at a loser here because, of course, this strategy loses. Oops. So this one was recorded as a loss by accident, and it looks like it was a win. So we'll go ahead and go over it quickly. Again, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Use a volume profile indicator to mark this range out, and it gives you your value area. We have our value area high here. 4 points above that value area high is where I'm drawing this box. I need price to go ahead and displace outside of this box. And here you can see that we had a displacement outside of the box. Now, Eddy, why did you choose this fair value gap since it was technically not created until after the displacement? Because it was the only fair value gap available in this leg here that caused that displacement. You can see this swing low here. We come up here. There's no fair value gap here. This is the closest fair value gap that is readily available to us. And you can see that price comes down, taps it, and just zooms off. Let's take a look at a real loss. Here you can see, again, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. using the volume profile indicator. We go ahead and we draw our box from the value area high until 4 points above, and then same thing down here, value area low, 4 points below that value area low. That's our breakout area. You can see that price went ahead and broke out of that area. Technically, I should have just used this fair value gap down here, but I was trying to use this back test as a live example of what I would actually select trading this live. And personally, I wouldn't have wanted to miss this move, so I would have entered here, and you can see that unfortunately that was a loss. Let's go ahead and go over another example. This is a sell. You can see, again, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. volume profile indicator. Take your rectangle tool, draw a box from the value area low, and drag it down 4 points below that, and that is your breakout area. You can see here that we had a fair value gap created. Bang, entered, take profit. Now you're probably asking, why did I use this fair value gap if it was technically created after the displacement when I used a previous fair value gap that happened before the displacement? There's no fair value gap in this leg here. This is the only readily available fair value gap to use, so it is the one that we have to use. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go over one more sell example. Again, sounding like a broken record, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., you go ahead, use your volume profile indicator, take a box, start from the value area low, drag it down 4 points below that value area low, and we're looking for price to break out of that area. Now, the reason we didn't enter here is because obviously it was not 10 o'clock yet. This is 10 o'clock here. What we need in order to even be able to look at a trade is that if at 10 o'clock price is not inside of the value area, we wait for price to come back into that value area before we even look for a trade. And you can see here, again, here's 10 o'clock. We're down here. We come up. We go into that value area, we go ahead and we displace 4 points below that value area low, and you can see that the first readily available fair value gap is right here. I took this fair value gap because it is the most recently formed fair value gap and the only one that is readily available to us. As you can see, there are no other fair value gaps in the leg going down. Now let's head over to FX Replay to check out the RR simulator as always. And here we are on the RR simulator on FX Replay. You can see that the current RR was 1.33, and you can see the win rate was 59%. It's like 59.64, so it rounds up to 60% on EdgeFinder, but you can see that gave us 15,585 in profit, blah, blah, blah. You can see the profit factor was 1.92. Now, the best win rate was a 1R, but you can see that it gave us less profit, so it doesn't make it more worth it. The average drawdown is lower, and if you look at our current profit for the average RR, the closest one to beat that is actually a 4 risk to reward ratio, which is only a 28% win rate. So I would absolutely stay away from that unless you are a swing trader. But the current RR is the best RR to choose from. Of course, you can go ahead and collect your own data by backtesting using FX Replay, where you can get 15% off by clicking the link in the description. And that's pretty much it, guys. Again, if you want me to create a video where I go into an extreme detailed analysis breakdown of how to enter, how to exit, some of the nuances of the trading strategy, go ahead and comment volume profile indicator below. Take care.